Welcome to Storm Trade Preparedness. We'll start the stream just in a few minutes. This is going to be a quick stream. We're going to talk about how they are going to go cashless so fast. Let me go and add this up here. Hey, Sasha, come here just one second. Hey, Lord Jesus Saves, how you doing tonight? If you can, I just want to put the avatar back on there, if you will. My avatar back on there, then I'm going to go ahead and I need to I want to take it bigger right there, this part, so I can go ahead and do this. Yeah, there you go.
You want this bigger?
Yeah, that's what I want. That's all I got to do. Okay, here it goes. Is that as big as it's going to get? Okay, I've talked on this subject before, how they're going to go ahead and flip over to kill the cash and flip over digital currency. And this is more in depth. I'm going to let y'all watch this video and we'll get a few more people on. But the plan has been out for a while how they're going to do it. And I watched this video a while ago and it's very interesting, especially what they say and how they word it to reason to get rid of cash. And this is going to make it widely more acceptable, my opinion, when they say this right here. Let's go ahead and start this video.
How dirty is our money? The onset of the coronavirus pandemic is forcing institutions around the world to rethink about one particularly germy surface: cold, hard cash. This is going to be hard to hear, but according to multiple studies, microorganisms found living on the surface of cash and even credit cards range from mouth and vaginal bacteria to flu-like viruses. But what if you can make your daily purchases without touching a thing? Welcome to Sweden, where thousands of people are inserting tiny microchips under their skin so that they no longer have to carry cash, IDs, gym passes, and key cards to get into work.
I have 2 microchip implants, one on the right and one on the left. I got the micro implants because I wanted to be part of the future. I don't need keys, so I'm able to actually open the doors with my hands.
These tiny chips are about the size of a grain of rice, and they're implanted into the back of the hand with a syringe. And so far, about 3,000 Swedes have gotten them implemented.
So in Sweden, you can actually use it to put your train tickets inside. You can actually use it with Scandinavia's biggest gym chain, so you don't actually need to show your membership card. I use it personally as a business card, so you can actually put your phone on my hand and then my LinkedIn pops up.
So who's behind this technology? This is Hans Sepian-Sjöblad, and he's the CEO and co-founder of Disruptive Subdermals. They're one of the leading companies when it comes to developing microchip technologies.
I first encountered chip implants for humans almost 10 years ago. I felt that this is a very interesting technology that we could potentially do some awesome things with. So I bought a bunch online, got together a bunch of friends, and we had our first chip implant party. The number one reason for getting an implant is simply convenience. It allows you to eliminate some of the clutter in your life. Implants can also be used for making payments. For example, here at Epicenter in Stockholm, we use our implants in different vending machines, buying snacks and candy and juices whenever we feel like it.
Microchips may sound too futuristic for you, but Sweden is expected to be the world's first cashless economy by March of 2023. But now, microchips could be used for more than just convenience. They have the potential to change healthcare and the way governments are handling the coronavirus crisis.
I am convinced that smart implants will provide a marvelous value to people who suffer from different health conditions and need to be able to log their vital parameters on a regular basis. It could be body temperature, pulse, blood pressure, and imagine if you could just do that by swiping yourself with a smartphone at any time. For example, the implants that we designed allow people to measure their body temperature infrastructure has some very interesting applications to see how fever is spreading in the population. And I think that we will really need those tools to not least understand the ongoing pandemic, but in particular to be able to spot future pandemics at an early stage.
But how safe is your data in a body chip?
So I'm not particularly concerned about the hacking dimension of implants, because ultimately the processing of data doesn't happen in the implant. It's simply a sensor platform. All the processing happens in the smartphone. That's where the data is analyzed and where it's packaged and presented.
Cybertech experts still cite potential issues with data handling. If data isn't secure, others can access your info. And once it's out there, it's hard to get back. And in some cases, users could even be giving their data away without even realizing it in the terms and conditions that they sign on their smartphones. But with the way technology is headed, we could see a future where microchip implanting becomes the norm.
I believe that I'm going to be able to use my microchips to do payments in the future, identification, tickets.
In Sweden, every shop, in every kiosk, in public transport, there are always these touch terminals where people either touch their phone or their wallet with a credit card inside. So this means that the infrastructure for making payments also with an implant are already there.
The question is, could this Black Mirror type of technology be implemented in other countries? Han's ultimate vision is to take health microchips to developing countries where healthcare systems are less developed, so that people in remote areas with limited access to hospital facilities can just send their health information to doctors around the world to receive diagnosis. But until that technology is fully developed, would you be willing to get a microchip?
Creativity can be found everywhere. No matter
Okay, let me pull this up. Okay, I am back. I wanted y'all to see that. That is not brand new footage. That's something that's been around for a few years, but that lets you know what their taxes is going to be to go ahead and remove the cash. And a lot of people's going to buy into this. They're going to say that cash is tainted. You can carry so many diseases, and it's going to be more widely accepted. And I figure that's coming in the near future, because a lot of people in America and lots of other countries is not going to accept being chipped. But lots of people, thousands of people. I was trying to figure out to see if they would tell how many people has already been microchipped, and they have not. They will not tell that statistic right now, but it's way up in the thousands. Let me show you this other video right here. I want you to look at the word real good right here. You will be chipped. Go ahead and click this.
Go mass market yet. A small firm recently embedded microchips in their employees. That's what analysts and educators tell us, but don't worry, what happened in Wisconsin is not about to go mass market yet. A small firm recently embedded microchips in their employees as a way to bypass company badges and corporate logons and to get attention for their cafeteria kiosks, which are available on a cashless payment plan like Apple Pay. Chip proponents tell us that having a chip in the hand is better than grabbing for the cell phone because you can never forget it and you can't lose it, and you have the capability to communicate with machines in a way we couldn't before. Others just think that having a corporation stick a chip in this hand is kind of creepy even if the companies say that it can track you and that your information is private.
For me, it's a no, mostly because I'm concerned about what kind of health effects it might have.
For those reasons, analysts we spoke to say that workers at IBM, Facebook, Federal Express, Microsoft, The Gap, and so many other corporate giants have nothing to worry about. They won't get chipped soon. Consumers first, corporations second, which is why the analysts say it's going to be a while, but you will be chipped. Progress, right? For USA Day in Los Angeles, I'm Jefferson Graham.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway.
Okay. Just like that video said, ye will be chipped. Y'all know this has been around, just like I said, for a while, this microchipping. But if you go back and look at that old stuff, it's telling what is coming in the future. Just like that statement right there, we all more or less will be chipped. And I'm sure there's lots of people on here that does not want to be chipped. I do not want to be chipped, and I will have to be chipped against my own free will. But they are going to use, just like I said, they're going to say, it's even what they said a while ago, the money, all we're going to have to do is say the money is contaminated. We're going to have to get, that's going to be one of the major taxes they're going to use to go ahead and replace, to go cashless. Denise said, not for me. Totally agree that right there. 100%. We have, think about this, y'all. How long we have been using this currency ourselves, just all of us, this cash. If it was up to me, it'd be backed by gold right now. The gold standard would never been took away, which that was a planned agenda years ago that they pulled off when they done that. Now it's not backed by gold. But this plan right here is coming in the near future. So many people right now is just doing it at the, more or less their whole free will. They're accepting this. Christy said, I'm in school for safety, Homeland Security, cyber. I did a paper on this recently. They're going to push it off like this right here. This is one thing they're going to really do. Just like if you noticed at the end of that video a while ago, they said that it's going to be so good worldwide to go ahead and pull up your health and all this. It's going to have so many good things in this chip. And that's really what's going, which they're after the youth and people to go ahead and accept it right now and stuff. But they're going to use every tactic they can, like how good this is, to get more acceptable. I will not hear that, will not comply. I'm ready to meet Jesus. It's just, to me, how I was born and raised, it's hard to believe people is just doing this right now with their own free will and just having this. I'm not talking about a few people, y'all. There's thousands of people that's already been chipped for years. Yeah, my counter page said, well, that's going to, I mean, if you really listen to it, they're going to throw everything at you, like how good it's going to be. Can pull up all your medical and all this other kind of stuff that's going to be included in it. And everything's going to be so handy to use. That thing, y'all, we are not, was y'all born with that in your skin? Did God let you be born on the face of this earth with an implant? No, he didn't. If that had been needed in you, you would have been born with it. Marie said, that's messed up. Yes, Christy, I got to say this. Just like they said in that other video, and it was pretty plain how them words was. That's why I really wanted y'all to pay attention on that right there. It said more or less in the future, we would all have to be chipped. One of these days in the future, they will hold your job over this. You mark my words, they will hold your job over this. They'll tell you you will have to do that to keep your job. They will be ultimatums made, but what they will do, they want you to do it by your free will. As their goal to go ahead, because so many people right now is doing it right now. But this guy right here that y'all are hearing, I'm not going to ever do this. I would have to be strapped down to do that. But they will, in the near future, they will hold lots of stuff like that over. We've done seen a lot of this stuff already. I can't get on the other subject, but we've already seen a lot of stuff go down. But they could come out tomorrow and say, hey, this cash right here is causing so many illnesses. We're going to have to replace it right now and put over all the mainstream news at one time and really push that. How many people is going to say, let's turn our cash in. Let's go ahead and do the other. What percentage would y'all say is going to buy it? Counters page, I got to say, that is a totally different subject right there. You said cataracts. You need them. God knows you need them. I see nothing wrong with that. That chip, you can do without that chip, and I can too. That is something put in there that totally against every bit of your privacy. You will be totally tracked and everything else. Like if you've had a broke bone, if you need metal placed or screws to put there, absolutely. That's a good judgment. That is good sense. That is a totally different subject than what I'm talking about. It's going to be a social credit score where you can't buy canned beans today. You have got your amount for this month. It's going to be a total. It ain't going to just be just like Vester said. It's going to be a total tracking system. They're going to know where you're at. They're going to know your GPS coordinates. And anytime they get ready, they can just go ahead and just cut you on. It's going to be very advanced. And they've been working on this for years on top of years. Probably a lot longer than we've ever thought about. It's going to be, what I've learned is fear will drive the America. It's exactly what's going to happen, Christy. It will be a fear tactic. Fear mongering will go on. That's why I'm warning y'all ahead right now. That will be a fear tactic. Like, you're going to have to do this right here for your use. Will have to do it. And if you don't do it, I mean, and the majority of people is going to go against you on it too, on account of you don't want to do it. Later on, it will be pulled. Counterpage said, I think young people will go for this implant. When I was a professor, I always had to tell my students not think of themselves when they design tech, but to think of everyone. Yeah, it's a conditioning. They're after the youth more than anybody right now. The youth is they're after conditioning and brainwashing. That's where it's up to us right now to try to get the word out as much as we can. Or if you got family members to tell what's in the future, this technology is not, that technology right there is not going to benefit you whatsoever, even though they're going to throw the little good part in. Like, I know we all want good health and everything like that out there. They can't go ahead and just tell exactly what their motive is. They got to act like it's going to be good for you too. Yeah, as long as you carry a phone. Yep, that's true too. But Vester, could you imagine right now implanting your hand right now everywhere you go 24/7? You know what I'm saying? That's just, it sounds over the top, but it's here. It's been around for a while, and a lot of people's already got it. And a lot more people will get it, and they will, through fear and lots of other tactics, will be used to get it more acceptable. Just graduated. Congratulations, my son, from homeschooling. I think that's great to be doing. I think if a mother and daddy can do that and work together as a team, I think that's great right now to homeschool if you can do it. Rebecca, I've been wondering where you been at, or whatever, how you been doing. Hadn't seen you in a while. And in the future, they'll do something else too, because I mean they're good at this. So like when they implement this and want to kill the cash all the way and convert over to digital currency, chances is that's going to be the method right there they're going to use through it, the implant later on. But when they do that and do all this fear mongering and scare everybody to death, get them more acceptable to do it, I don't know what percentage it'll be, but it's going to be way up there. It's going to accept it when they especially scare them all over the mainstream media and stuff. If they ain't going to do it, if they're going to die or cause diseases, it's going to be really pushed that way. Staring at the A-bomb. Well, I've been on so much on video, I went ahead and I give the screen a break. I've been on video so many times, I thought I'd take me a break and just talk to y'all like this. I was on a while ago, but I flipped to this. Thank you, TJ. Yeah, y'all hit that like button and share this and comment, whatever. Thank y'all for doing it too. And if you're somebody new to this channel, I want y'all to hit the subscribe button. My daughter is 22. She says she will refuse. Alabama girl said, I will never take the mark. Vester said, I will never comply. Yep. Neural leak and clones. Cloning has been around for a while. And they're even talking about, I'm sure a lot of y'all knows what they're doing with the babies or plan on doing that. And them pods. There's a lot of stuff really developing. Like, 10, subscribe. Okay, well, how far? Let me go ahead and click you up there right quick. How far is Russia from Alaska? I like that name too. We're glad to have you here and thank you for subscribing. I'm going to start doing more live streams like this, up-to-date stuff, because videos they done to talk about this is now right here at us. So many people now is getting chipped. And they don't have to get chipped. A lot of the people's getting chipped said it's just so easy to go somewhere and go ahead and just scan it and stuff and not have to pull out no money or credit or debit card. I'd really do it the old-fashioned way, y'all. I don't want to chip under my skin at all. Just like I said earlier, they will have to pick me up, forcibly strap me down, and put that chip in me. And just as soon as I get home, if I can get home, if I'm not locked up, I'm going to take that chip right back out of me. That's how bad I'm against it. Because it's just a little bitty, it's not big at all. But that thing is jam-packed to go ahead and do every bit of surveillance, keep up with everything you do. From then on, it's in your hand. Lots of stuff, though, is developing pretty quick. Not so good. My home got robbed of everything. My life was threatened. We are sorry to hear that, Rebecca. Hey, is that a brand new robbery? Have you been robbed again, or is that the time before? I know you told me you got robbed. Have you been robbed again? If it is, I mean, it's terrible just one time, but if you've been robbed again, that's even worse. Same people. So they have robbed you again since the last time I talked to you? Thank you. Long dark winter ahead for most of the world. Record snowfall already here outside. Hey, thanks for getting that update. That is something else, y'all. Prepare. I was talking earlier and stuff. It's got so cold here in Alabama and everywhere else. It's fixed to be like a deep freeze everywhere else. So y'all be sure and don't not be prepared, and be prepared as you can so that way you can stay warm, not freeze to death. Sounds like you need to move. Only Jesus saves. Yeah, if I hadn't again, I mean, Rebecca, I go ahead and tell you something. I am sorry, and only Jesus saves it. Exactly right. That is terrible, terrible neighbors. Neighbors will be helping each other. Not they's probably watching you when you left, Rebecca, and robbed you when you left. Probably watching every one of you moves. That's how some neighbors do. I wish you had good neighbors. All right, yeah. Joni said, please pray for our nation. Have a blessed and Merry Christmas. Get to Canada. That's a good idea. Good job prepping, Joni. God bless y'all too and everything. And thank you for taking time out and hearing this out. You have a good night. I just 5 acres of desert land today. Okay. So you must be thinking about moving. Hello, Deborah. How you doing tonight? What's the deal with Walker County? I know all about Walker County. It's not that far, probably 2 hours away from me, Christy. Lots of counties is like that in Alabama. They're probably like that all over the United States. There's some counties more accepting, and there's some counties that ain't. But I have not lived over there, but I've been over a bunch of times. I'd move somewhere over where I felt real comfortable if I had to keep looking around. Though, if it's like that, I would not. If you feel like that, and it seemed like that with the people, I would not move to the area. Wouldn't blame you a bit. Stay safe and prayed up, guys. Thank you, Lakeisha. I want to wish all y'all Merry Christmas. I did earlier today, and I want to wish all y'all Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I moved 2/3 of my stuff in a week. 3,500. You must have moved far away then. I don't blame you. I mean, I wish everybody had good neighbors. I got some neighbors that's not that good either. Thank you, Denise. Merry Christmas to you and your family too. I'm just going to be on for about 5 more minutes, and I'm going to wrap this up. I just want to give y'all a heads up what is coming in the future, even though y'all don't know about this. But I was going to tell you the tactics I think they're going to use. And most of y'all probably seen that video. And that's probably one of the most important things they're going to say on the cash, get rid of the cash. They're going to say it's got something on it. It's got diseases. We're going to have to go ahead and do away with it. Oh, I got to tell you something, Calendars Page. I got to do a shout out to you. Calendars Page, she sent my daughter a beautiful apron, and she loves it. She's going to be doing cooking videos soon, Calendars Page, and thank you so much for sending that. Thanks, but I unfortunately live in California. So many people has moved out of California. We've had so many people move to Alabama from California and all over the United States. Arizona. Well, we got a bunch of friends, a bunch of people right now from Arizona, so it seems like the rights there, like the gun laws and everything like that right there, seems like they're pretty laid back compared to a lot of states in Arizona. So I hope you really like that, Rebecca. Look at all these good people. Let me put that up there. That's going up there too. Hey, we appreciate you. I want to tell you something. How far is the rest from Alaska? I've been around most of these people a long time that's on here. These are some good people right here and everything. To me, we got the best prepper community out here, and we will be glad to have you. Gun laws here rock. Well, thank you, Josie. I want to do a shout out to my daughter. She's 9-year-old, y'all. She's got a cooking channel, and she cooks some of the best sweet potato casserole I've ever eaten. It was the best, to be honest with you. It's the best recipe. It's all the way back from beyond my grandma's recipe. This recipe is so old, it's unbelievable. And if y'all like sweet potato casserole, if y'all check out Alabama Skillet Time, if TJ, if you're on here, would you put that link for them? If you want some good recipes, I'm telling you, it's some of my family's recipes on my daddy's side. It's my grandma and her mama's too. And they're old recipes, but they are some awesome recipes. Floridian here. Well, you're a neighbor, Christy. Down south. How's your weather right now in Florida? Y'all need to watch the New World Order. The end is near. Yeah, they've been talking about this agenda for years and years, setting this up, the New World System, and they're setting this thing up. It's out and open more and more. That's why we need to be on our toes. Now, I will have to say, I liked what all y'all said tonight, too. Most of y'all said that y'all wasn't going to comply, and y'all know about it, so that's very important to me. I'm trying my best to get the word out what's coming and what to prepare for, because I know that most of y'all have been prepping food for a while, and that's a really important thing, too. Y'all need to keep on prepping, but we got to really watch out our surroundings and what's coming next. Cold to me. Somebody from Florida was telling me earlier, I think this is in the middle part of Florida, how cold it was getting. I didn't know it was already getting that cold that they told me earlier. Wish you had. Well, maybe one of these days, she's telling me this week she said she'd love to do a cookbook. Maybe one of these days she will. They're moving ahead with all the rare earth mine here at Graphene and Bogan. You know, y'all got a bunch going on in Alaska. That ground has been so full of everything from gold. Been so much gold dug out of that region, that state. Getting ready for big things, yeah. All the talk, you got that right. All the talk and stuff, we're fixing to see it unfold right before our eyes. Uranium. Keep me on the list. We will do that, Josie. If she makes one, we will let you know. Well, this is some good news. I lived in my old house for 35 years. The neighborhood slowed, got worse. We moved 2 years ago, and me and my wonderful wife love it, our new house. Nearest neighbor is a football field away. Well, congratulations. We need to hear some good news. That's very important if you move somewhere to be happy and be left alone, too. That's have you peace of mind. Well, y'all, I guess I'm going to go ahead and wrap this live stream up. And there's so much more developing. I'm going to probably start doing more news like this. I don't know exactly when I'll do another live stream, but we need to really be on top of things, what's here and what's coming in the future. Yep, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, everyone of y'all. And I will see y'all in the next live stream. Oh, yeah, I'll tell y'all one more thing. Don't give up. Stay strong. God and us going to win in the end. All we got to be on his side. We're going to win in the end. We're just going to see it go down. And everyone, y'all take care. See y'all in the next live stream. And keep the faith.